Hi everybody. Just gonna record this because I need to, for my own use also, in how I did this technique. I saw someone on YouTube, and I'll put her link down below in the description box, but of the video that I watched in how she did this technique with watercolor and tissue paper and watercolor paper, watercolor paints, and also using acrylic inks too. These are ones that I did already, and I think they came out really, really cool. It leaves you with all this texture, and I turned it into like a woodsy, gnarly path to the ocean, to the beach. So I did one in a smaller size, sort of like a 5x7 type size. And this one is more like 9x12, I think it is. So this one, I think it looks really cool. And so I'm gonna go ahead and record myself making a third one, sort of to match the two, because I don't know, two is just not enough. So I'm gonna make another small one to match, to put on the other side. And that way it'll be a group that matches together. So first of all, I have this nice watercolor paper, and you take some tissue paper. This is the wet strength tissue paper that I have, and you make it a little bigger all around, you know, so that when you crunch it up, you're able to do it, and it'll cover the whole thing. So first of all, I'm going to crunch this up. I'm trying to remember how I did those other two, which is the reason why I want to record it, so that I know for the next time if I want to make something like this. Okay, crunch it up. Okay, and then what you're going to do is take some matte medium, put it all around. Take a little brush, or I have this little stylist thing here. Move the matte medium around. Make sure you cover even, you know, the edges and everything. All right. I'm taking this extra off here. Okay. I'm going to crunch this up. I'm going to kind of leave it smooth in the middle because I want to make another sunrise or sunset or whatever. I have gnarly trees here on the side. You can kind of crunch it how you think you want your painting to be. Okay, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is going to put gesso on top. I'm also going to put some more matte medium. It's just to get it to stick down really good. This is gesso. And then what you have to do is let it dry now. So, do that. And then I will let it dry. Okay. All right, and that's this first step. Now you have to let it dry. So if you see any lines that you don't want, you can kind of smooth them out. You know, I just use my finger, but you can also use a brush too. Okay, so when we come back, then we'll do the next step. Okay, my paper is completely dry, and I don't know if you're able to see all the ridges and everything on there, but we're gonna start painting on it now. I'm gonna wet it. I just have water in here. Wet some of my my paints. These are all watercolor paints. Okay. And I've got some water here too. All right. So just start painting. This is kind of a quinacridone gold right here that I have, which is the same color I used. But as I paint, I don't know if you're able to see that the paint just goes into these little ridges. And that's really what we want. I think I'm gonna make my path. Got some handy toilet paper here because it's nice and soft. I think I'm gonna make my path and make my sun, my ocean here, my sun around here somewhere, and just make my path go like this. So I'm just gonna lighten this up here. Okay. Also have some brown. I think this is burnt orange in here. This is going to be a tree right here. And all the branches. there's a tree coming out this way. Okay. Some twigs and things coming out. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit more brown up here. Okay, now you can really see it with the brown. Put some blue in the sky, and I think this is just a regular, it's cerulean blue. Put some blue up here. That looks kind of dark, doesn't it? Ocean. It's going to be here. I'm going to get some this is like a turquoise color. Get some yellow. It's going to be my sun. I don't want my sun to be green. I guess I'm going to have to let that dry. Okay. Let me put some more of this gold. Some traveling here. All right, put some, this is olive green here. Put some leaves. Kind of make it look like there's leaves there. It's not going to be, this is abstract impressionistic, so I'm not trying to make it exactly, just to give the impression that there's leaves there. to put some darkness around the edges more. Some of this is granulation medium. I kind of want to put rocks here. The other two don't have any rocks. I think that might be a nice, different. Let that dry a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Let me try putting some more darker brown, like a darker color here. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna let it dry and then we'll put on another layer after that, okay? Everything is dry. I'm gonna go with a thinner brush and put in some details now. Get the sun shining a little bit better. Put in some sunbeams. I think that will look nice. Okay. Some sepia acrylic ink. Yeah, I've got some green gold here, just to brighten up the leaves a little bit here. I'm trying to make that look like rocks, but I don't know if I'm being successful here. See, how can I make this look more like rocks? It does look like rocks, but I think it needs something more. Let's see what I have here. I'm gonna try putting some oil pastels, but first I need to let it dry. And I need to put, I'm gonna put ink. So okay, I'm gonna let it dry again. I'm gonna add some other mediums on here just to bring out some more detail. Let's see, where's my, okay, I'm just gonna put some oil pastels. I'm going to bring out these rocks a little more. I guess they would be lighter at the top. I'm going to sand in the water. Okay. Before I started videotaping, I was looking at it, I fixed the horizon. It was pretty crooked before. So what I did is I just took a ruler and because the horizon, when you're painting water, it has to be straight. I mean, because water just, you know, I mean, it's not going to have hills or anything like that. So water has to be, the horizon has to be straight. So what I did is I made sure that this was straight going across, and then I, you know, filled it in with the colors of the water. Okay, so you can see now this white here, the white, just rubbing it like that, the little ridges pick it up, and I'm going to do a little bit up here too, because the sun is shining through, and I love that, the glow that you get in the morning when the sun is just coming up, and it just shines right through. I'm going to see if I maybe put some yellow in here. That yellow glow in the morning is just my favorite time of the day. So I'm gonna kind of make it glow through the trees here. Oops. Let me get that white again. Get some of that on the tree. Okay. Oh, that looks great. Love that. Okay, and now get some brown. Oh, it's blue. It's blue. Little bag of soft pastels here. I mean, not soft pastels. These are oil pastels. And I didn't even buy these. These were given to my mother. She used to do a lot of art with her friends. She had a couple friends that were pretty artsy. And they passed away and gave her a lot of their art supplies, but I don't think she even used them. And then when she passed away, I found them in a, in her stuff. I thought, well, I've never even tried these, but once I tried them, I really do like them. They come out so vivid. But I'm trying to find something that's kind of like rocks. Raw umber, I don't know, raw umber or burnt, maybe gray. Maybe this will do it. Kind of give it a rocky kind of look. Okay. Gray. To use blue? No, I don't think blue would do. Some more white in these areas here. I think with my ink pen though, I think that's gonna make it come out. Okay, let me leave these out so I can put it in the description. All right, so I'm going to use my ink pen now. Oh, well, that might be too thick. Let me see. Okay, now it looks like rocks, right? My path, I got my path still there. Okay, got my rocks. I need a super thin brush. Try this one. All right, that might work. I'm gonna make my waves here. I don't think I need to get anything in the trees. Let me see, did I do anything here? In the trees, no. But I did put some little birds. All right, so I'm going to put some birds in the distance there. I'm going to put them, I'll fly them here. Didn't come out good. Okay. I think I'm done. It's like comparing this with this. This one's lighter. it's okay. It's a different time and a different place, so different trees. I gotta sign it too. I guess I'll have to use my brush. Okay, I think I'm done. Before I do that other step, to finish it off, I'm gonna distress the edges with Vintage Photo. It's a Distress Oxide ink. Just gonna rub the edges like this. Before I put it on the wood. I like it, I'll leave it all kind of, you know, uneven. I kind of like that effect, you know, that it's okay. So then what I do is I'm going to wet it a little bit to sort of activate it. Just going to wet it a little bit. It kind of activates the oxidation, I guess that's what you call it. Okay, I'll let that dry. Hi, I'm stepping outside now because I want to spray this with Workable Fixatif. It's just to seal the watercolor to keep it from smearing, because I'm going to be putting a final coat of varnish on the top at the very end, and I don't want it to, the watercolor to move around or anything, so I'm shaking it up real good here, and then I'm going to spray it, okay? Okay, all right, I'll go back inside. Forgot to mention, yeah, you need to let it dry now completely. So this is the final step for my part 1, and then stay tuned for part 2 video, which is a whole other process. Okay, bye-bye.